All right, hello once again, Jeff Scott from Jeff Teaches Programming. In the last video, Vanilla Java Calculator 15, which needs to be fixed a little bit. Looks like 10 does. I want to just put the dashes in there. I'll do that in a little bit, but I need to do it for 10, 13, and 15. So I'm done with that. Now, two things to mention. Number one, let's see. If you go out to here, github.com/JeffTeachesProgramming/Java Programs, I added a repository out there, and it'll have in there calculator, Java calculator, which has the program that we just went over. All right, so that's the first thing to mention. So again, that is at github.com/JeffTeachesProgramming/Java Programs. Feel free to use it till your heart's content. So the next thing to do is to start working on this BMI program. This was the Java version, JavaScript I should say. So if I enter a height of 72 inches and a weight of 200 pounds, and I calculate the BMI, there it is. If I show my totals, there they are. I can clear the form. Now if I show the totals, they're still there, but the form is cleared. Okay, if I put in something that's out of whack, gives me an error, clears it, gives me an error there, clears it, so I can put that in. Okay, so that's what I want to start to create right now. Now what I have done, just so you know, in this Java folder, I've created a bunch of other folders. Not that one. Where is it? There it is. All right, this is the one that is out there on GitHub. I have BMI. Later I'll create BMI Kotlin. Calculator is in there now. Later we'll create calculator Kotlin. After we get done with BMI, we're going to do payroll and then a payroll Kotlin. So those will all be out there. All right. Now, for this Java BMI, I have two files again, a main.java and a BMI state.java. They're both empty right now. So I'm going to come out here and do a file, open file. I don't want to be in calculator anymore. I want to be in BMI. Okay. And there's nothing to open. That's fine. So let's do this. Let's do a file, new file. This is going to be main.java. Oops, in fact, let's do it like this. I don't know why it's giving me grief, but I'm going to do it like this anyway. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do a text document. In fact, I'm not even going to do it like that. I'm going to cancel that. Copy this. I'm going to just do it what I consider to be the easiest way of doing it. All right, and that is to come in here. Let's clear this. CLS. CD to here. There's the BMI. So if I do a dir right now, it's empty. All right. So I'm going to type in notepad main.java. Do you want to create one? Yes. And it's empty. That's okay. And I'm going to do another notepad BMI state.java. Yes. And again, I want to create it. So now if I type in dir, there's my two files. They're both empty. And that's good. Exactly what I wanted. There they are. All right. So I'm going to, now I should be able to do a file, open file, and let's open them both. Okay. Whoa, sorry, I don't want calculator. My error. So let's open file, BMI, these two. And again, as I mentioned, they're both empty. I think I'm going to do the state first. All right. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say, let's just do it like this. So this file is BMI state.java. And this file is the brain, like we did before, of the body mass index, also known as BMI calculator program. The main.java file will be responsible for the actual rules of the program, i.e., what counts as a valid height or weight, how BMI, actually this file is that. So this file will be responsible for the actual programs. AGIGHT, WEIGHT. All right, how BMI is calculated. The, we'll call it translation of a BMI to a BMI status, again, i.e. underweight, optimal weight, overweight, or obese. And the totals of each BMI status types. So, because last time we didn't need a package, I'm going to leave it out of here as well. And I'm going to come in and say public class BMI state. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in my constants. Note these constants are declared as public static final, meaning let's do the same thing we did before. So meaning public means any other class can read these values. For this program, main.java. Static means the constants belong to the BMI state class itself and not to any one BMI object. In other words, all BMI objects will share these constants. Let's put a little space in here, make it a little easier for people to read. And final means that once they are set, the values cannot be changed elsewhere in our program. All right. So we're going to have 4 of them. In fact, we'll put more than that in there. Let's see. Don't remember. It's been a while since I've done this. I think we're going to have, well, let's start with public static final int min height. Kind of you do it the way I was doing it before. That's kind of the standard way of doing it. Equals 12. Minimum height in inches. Now, a little trick here. So I'm going to have min height and I'm going to have max height, which is going to be 96. It's space here, here. So that will be the maximum height. This will be, does that? Min weight, and that will be 1 pound. So that's the minimum weight in pounds. And this will be max weight. And I just arbitrarily, like I did before, I'm choosing 777 pounds. So again, that's the maximum weight in pounds. I'm also going to have public static final, this will be a double, min optimal, and that's going to be, what is it, 18.0. Move these over. I like my stuff kind of centered. And that's the minimum optimal weight. Public static final double min over, and that's going to be equal to 25.0, and that is the minimum overweight. Finally, public static final double min obese, and that's going to be equal to 30.0, and that is the minimum obese. All right, so I've got all those done. Next, I'm going to have my accumulators, and I'm going to have private int total underweight. We'll set that equal to 0. Private int total optimal weight. Just do this. Equal, set these. And I don't think I really need comments here, but total number underweight people, total number optimal weight people, total number of overweight people, how did that get screwed up? Okay, private int total obese, and that is, whoops, the, okay, total number of obese people. Now I'm going to have a couple validation methods. See where I am for time here. 17. I'm going to write these quickly and I'm going to stop and have lunch. All right. So public static boolean is valid height, and it'll have an integer, which will be the height. And let's come in here and put a comment that says height must be between 12 inches, which is min height, and 96 inches, which is max height. That's it. Now I'm going to copy this. Why? Because we need a weight one. And the weight must be between 1 pound, which is the minimum weight, and 777 pounds, which is the maximum weight. All right, so that'll have to be is valid weight. So return weight, not null, and weight less than or equal to min weight, and weight, oops, that should have been equal sign. To max weight. Here we go. Don't worry about those errors. It's giving me errors right now. It says it cannot find the variable weight. Oh, which would make sense, wouldn't it? It's return height, return weight, height, and weight. I think it's all okay. Okay. Next, we need our BMI calculation. And let's just find it here. We're going to come in here. We're going to say formula for, it's called imperial BMI. Weight in pounds times 703 divided by height in inches squared. Okay. So public static Boolean. No, that should be a double, I believe. We'll call it what it is, calculate BMI. And it will need an int representing the height, and it'll need an int representing the weight. These can just both be ints too. I don't want to go into why we can use in here integer or int. I'm just going to do it like that. That's going to be W, and this will be int also. All right. So we are going to return here the weight times 703, and I didn't come up with that, somebody else did, divided by, and we want this, we're going to cast this into a double because we want to make sure that we get back a number with a decimal in it. So there's that. All right. I'm going to stop right here and pick it up shortly. Thanks.